Right now, 53.
Saints fans, the whole nation. Go ahead, hit the show, baby. You know you're here for it. Why you waiting? Do your dance. Hit the show, baby. Sean baby. Sean baby. Do your dance. Hit the show, baby. Sean baby. Sean baby. Saints fans, hit the show, baby. Black and gold, I bleed that. Another Super Bowl ring, I need that. Look, we done heard it all, keep your feedback. And on Sundays, you know where I be at. Our stars align, baby Zodiac. Ends on the tax by wide receivers and running backs. Yeah, we running up scores like a racetrack. And if you ask who, I'ma say we that. Oh, Saints fans, yeah. The whole nation, yeah. Go ahead, hit the show, baby. You know you're here for it. Why you waiting?
Oh, when them Saints go marching in. Oh, when them Saints go marching in. Yes, sir. But unfortunately, they will be marching in without Sean Payton. Yes, y'all. Breaking news of the day. Sean Payton is stepping away from the New Orleans Saints. Now, keyword stepping away. He's not officially retiring. The Saints do own the rights to his last 3 years on his remaining contract. So if he was to ever come back and coach, they have those rights. He would either be the coach of the Saints, or if he needs, if he wants to change his scenery, that different team will owe the Saints some type of compensation, whether it's draft picks, money, whatever. So, I mean, let's just be honest about it, y'all. I mean, it sounds like Sean Payton just needs a break. He's been coaching with the Saints for the last 15, 16 years. When he first gets to the Saints, he's dealing with Hurricane Katrina. You know what I'm saying? A team that's displaced away from their home city, home stadium. They're dealing with trying to find a quarterback. That's when they bring Drew Brees in. And this past season, the first time in 5 years that the Saints haven't made the playoffs, went 9-8, and they dealt with the same thing when he first got to New Orleans. They were displaced because of another hurricane. Look, it's okay if this man take a break. It's been a long 15, 16 years dealing with, like I said, hurricanes twice and probably yearly because of that area, but being like displaced twice, that's a lot of emotional energy to deal with. Of course, this year was the first year he was without his Hall of Fame quarterback and Drew Brees. It was an up and down season, up and down, up and down. And I'm not saying that's 100% the reason why he's stepping away, but it can add to it. I mean, there's been Bounty Gate when he was suspended for supposedly being part of Bounty Gate, where the players were given money to for a bounty to hurt hit someone real hard that they would eventually get injured, getting paid for it. And by the way, Bounty Gate's been going on for years in the NFL. Years. The NFL only suspended and came hard on the New Orleans Saints is because it came out in the open. That's the only reason why. Because Greg Williams had to open his mouth and got recorded. That's the only reason why. Here's a secret. I wouldn't be surprised if the players still do the bounties. They're just probably being smarter about it because obviously, in this altered reality and atmosphere in the world, it seems a little too risque. But don't be surprised that bounties still happen, all right? It's part of football. It's friendly wagering bets amongst each other in the locker room. That's what it is. And the media took that whole situation and blew it up, made it seem so wrong and immoral. It's just friendly wagers. Hey, man, you hit his ass so hard, knock him out the game, There's $100 might be in there. You know what I'm saying? That's all it was. So let's not harp on the Saints too hard for that situation. It was literally friendly wagering amongst each other in the locker room, honestly. But besides that point, Sean Payton, man, what a great coach. I mean, he was able to take a franchise that has been struggling majority of their existence in the NFL, and all he needed was a quarterback. And I'll put it to you like this: the equivalent of when Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes arrived to Kansas City, you see the transformation of that franchise. It's the same thing that happened when Drew Brees and Peyton and Sean Payton make it to New Orleans. Instant turnaround of that franchise. Consistently in the playoff picture. You know, a Super Bowl win in 2009. First Super Bowl win in that franchise history. Did something that's never been done before. And numerous teams that a lot of people felt that could have got another one, and they just didn't. And I'm not going to hold that against Sean Payton. The man has obviously knows how to coach football. Some unlucky breaks, the bad pass interference that wasn't called against the Rams. It is what it is. But you got to move on because there were still plays after that. There's still plays in overtime. It is what it is. Say what you want about Sean Payton, but the man knew how to coach football, turn a franchise around, and that earns him some respect. That earns him some cachet around the NFL. It does. Not a lot of coaches could have went in there to that dump of New Orleans and turned it into let's be honest, a premier football franchise the last 10 years. It is. I mean, year in and year out, the Saints are a contender to get to the Super Bowl. And that's point blank, period. So much respect to Sean Payton. Do what you got to do, man. It just sounds like you need a break. I mean, he's 58 years old. Who knows? My guess is he'll be back in the NFL. The thing is, what team will it be for? Will it be for the Saints? I've heard some rumors that Jerry Jones might want Sean Payton down in Arlington. Just rumors. But you never know what happens. NFL works in mysterious ways. We here at IOW Sports thank you for watching another Wild Card Mars quick wild rant. Follow us on all these social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Like, share, and subscribe. And we'll catch y'all later.
Johnny smoking haze in a blaze like I heat the dope. Then I'm let the heater flow and sing it.